Welcome in, everybody, for a great Friday night of Iowa State gymnastics. Tonight, Iowa State takes on Southern Utah right here inside of Hilton Coliseum. I'm Mary Rominger alongside Courtney Horseman. And Courtney, in our last broadcast, Iowa State set a team goal to achieve a 196 or higher in an upcoming meet. And in the tri-meet against West Virginia, the team did just that.
Yeah, so they scored a huge score of a 196.7, which actually tied the school record ever since Jay Ronayne has been here.
Yeah, and the highlight of the tri-meet was, in fact, their 39.35 they scored on vault. Kind of talk about that.
They've been in the gym working so hard on sticking their landings, having huge vaults, and all the girls have been stepping up and doing their job, and they did just that in West Virginia.
Well, we will be right back here shortly. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Iowa. After a stellar freshman presence in the West Virginia tri-meet, we caught up with Maddie Langkamp and Phoebe Turner earlier this week.
The impetus for bringing in such a large class was our plan is to build a team of specialists.
I think there's a lot of us, so we can lean on each other, and I also think that we are very different. We each bring something very different, and I think that helps where it doesn't feel like there's 9 people competing for one spot.
Definitely, because we've all been able to bounce off each other, and we all bring something different to the team.
Well, they're very, very talented. So when you're in the recruiting process, you're of course hoping and dreaming that yes, they will be an immediately impactful student athlete, and that's always what we expect. But it doesn't always happen that way. So. When it does happen, it's extremely exciting.
From the second that I got onto campus, it just really felt like it was home. I love the environment of the team, I love the campus, and it felt like the right fit.
The biggest adjustment's probably being moving far away, because the gymnastics back in England is really different compared to here.
For me, I'd say competing every weekend. In previous years, you'd do 5, 6 meets a year, and here we do, 13 meets. It's a lot. And then I have the big team as well. There's
so many things that are so new in a freshman's life that it's very, very difficult transition year. Some adapt fast and some don't, and our young ladies are doing a great job.
It makes the weeks go by faster, but it's a lot to keep up with, school-wise. We're lots of traveling, but it's fun.
This group is great chemistry, and they are helping each other through the tough times and celebrating all the great times together.
Obviously, we've bonded together as a class, but we've also merged ourselves really well into the other team.
We're a really close team, and when we go to meets, we keep the energy up. We, fight for everything, and we just stay in our bubble. I think that's been the best.
The more meets you do, the more you settle into it, and obviously the less nerves you get. But then also, because we're getting so much better, we're getting more excited, and it's so much fun to compete, and then that just carries everyone throughout the whole time.
I think we're a very versatile class, and in the next years coming, it's going to get even better.
We're always chasing something, and that's been our message over the past few weeks, and it will be for the remainder of the season, that we're never done, that we're always chasing better. And that's a phrase that I'm using in the gym a lot. Keep chasing better, because every day we need to get a little better. And no matter how good you get, you still got to be chasing something that's just a little bit better.
Thanks for tuning in on this chilly Friday night in Hilton Coliseum for a battle between the Cyclones and the Thunderbirds. I'm Mary Rominger, once again alongside Courtney Horseman. The Cyclones are coming in at 5-3, and Southern Utah comes in at 2-2. Courtney, which ISU gymnasts are your keys for each event tonight?
On vault, I have Kelly Martin. Kelly Martin put up a new career high of a 9.9 in West Virginia. Her vault was amazing, sky high, so powerful with a great landing. Bars, I have Sydney Converse. We're going to see Sydney Converse tonight. Sydney is so good on bars. She worked so hard on this event, and she showed the coaches that she deserves a spot in lineup. On beam, I have Cassie Diaz. Cassie has come a long way on beam, and she has a great beam routine. It's very solid. And on floor, I have Molly. She has a very powerful floor routine, and if she hits it, she can score really high for the Cyclones.
So far, we've seen fantastic gymnastics from the Cyclones, Courtney, but they couldn't get first place in the West Virginia Tri-Meet, and it doesn't seem like the team is having any luck against ranked opponents, losing to Denver most recently, then number 6 Georgia, and number 9 Michigan to start the season. What's kind of the atmosphere when they're facing tough opponents and can't get those victories, but they're doing so well in every other facet of the game?
You know, they don't even think about the fact that they lost to them. They go out there and they set their goals and they try and reach those goals. Like, it doesn't matter that they lost to Georgia or, you know, Denver. They went out there, they did the best that they can do, and it showed. Like, they scored that huge score of a 196.7 last weekend, and they were so happy with that outcome, and I don't think they could be mad at themselves whatsoever.
And when you talk about gymnastics, you often talk about how it's kind of an internal sport. You can't play any defense in these events. Therefore, all you can do is focus on your game. And I think you nailed it right on the head perfectly by saying all they can do is go out there and do their best. Emphasis on there. There's nothing they could do about their opponents. There's physically no way. Therefore, I think tonight Iowa State has to do the same thing. Focus on their game, and they have a great lineup stored for each event and a reliable lineup that we've seen, and Megan Sievers once again our all-around performer. Warm-ups are currently underway. Iowa State will start on the vault, and Utah will start on the uneven bars.
On vault, we have Ari. Ari does a Yuchenko full. Beautiful with the small hop. What a great start to start this rotation on vault for the Cyclones.
Great work there from Ariana Orego, and over on the uneven bars will be Shylin Murakami. Shylin Murakami is from Las Vegas, Nevada. She is amongst the freshman talent for Southern Utah.
A little short on that first handstand. Shows a line change into a Jaeger connected to a overshoot. See if she can hit this last handstand. She does. Winds up her for a dismount. She does a half in, half out with a step landing, and a great start to start out bars for Southern Utah.
Southern Utah is coming off of a victory in their last showing, got their second win of the season. Next, we'll see Sydney Converse on the vault.
This is the first time this season we're going to see Sydney on vault. Sydney's been out with a injury last year on the Achilles. Sydney has a very powerful vault, and you're going to see here.
Sydney Converse, the senior talent from Stone Mountain, Georgia.
She does a Yuchenko full. You're going to see all this power on this vault. Beautiful, just a little hop, but she's very happy with that vault, and so are her coaches.
So far, a great start for both of these teams and their respective events. Next, on the uneven bars will be Carly McLean. You just saw a replay there of Sydney's vault.
It's not one of her best vaults she has done, but you know, it's her first competition back competing vault after this injury, and it was a great start for her.
Another freshman in McLean starting for Southern Utah. She's from South Jordan, Utah. A local gymnast. Ariana Orego scored a 9.725 on her vault to start off the entire meet.
Just got the go from the judges. Again, a little short on that handstand. She goes into a clear it. To a huge ginger. Again, just a little short on that handstand. That's something the judges definitely look for. You want to hit those handstands. If you don't, they can take deductions off of that. Lining up for her dismount. A double layout. Ooh, just looked like she piked down that landing a little too much, which caused her to take that huge step backwards.
And next on the vault will be Kelly Martin for Iowa State, the senior from North Haven, Connecticut.
Last week, we saw Kelly put up a new career high of a 9.9. Let's see if she can do that tonight. She does a Yuchenko full, sky high, beautiful, and she sticks that landing. That is going to either be the same score or even better as last week. You'll see that replay here. Perfect form. She flares out that landing and she sticks it. She is so happy with that vault.
Like I mentioned in the pre-game, Courtney, the vault was the highlight of all of the events over in the Tri-Meet in West Virginia, and Kelly Martin showed you a little taste of what they did over in West Virginia on the road. Great effort there from Kelly Martin, and always so rewarding, right, Courtney, when you come out here on the big stage and execute what you've been doing in practice all week long.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the best feelings you can have.
All right, moving back over to the bars will be Becky Roja Thompson.
Starts her bar routine out with a unique mount. She was a blind change into a Jaeger, connected into a shoot over. Hits that last handstand, winding up for her dismount. She goes a blind full into a double tuck with a stuck landing, and another great routine for Southern Utah.
Becky Roja Thompson, she's the tallest on the team, standing at 5'9", the junior from Gilbert, Arizona. Here's a replay of her bar routine.
See that blind full into that double tuck and a stuck landing.
Looking at the scores, Murakami scored a 9.825, Converse with a 9.7, and McLean with a 9.725.
Here's Phoebe on ball. She does a Yuchenko full as well. Another great vault for the Cyclones.
Well, we've already seen a handful of stuck landings, Courtney, so it's a great start for everyone, and you can feel the vibrations from this crowd on the lower bowl portion of Hilton Coliseum. Everyone came out tonight. It's Daddy-Daughters night tonight, and everyone of younger ages dressed up in costumes of Disney princesses, so it always creates a good atmosphere and a good family environment. Next on the uneven bars is Autumn Jorgensen. She'll begin shortly. You just saw Phoebe Turner go on vault. Kelly Martin scored a 9.775 on her vault. What did you think about that score, Courtney, after Kelly's solid landing?
You know, I thought the judges scored it a little low. I saw Jay's reaction to that score. He was a little angry with the scoring, but there's nothing we can do about this scoring. You know, Kelly did a great vault. She did the best vault she can do, and, you know, it just all lies in the judges' hands.
And you're watching Autumn Jorgensen, junior from Orem, Utah.
She's been doing a beautiful routine so far. See if she can stick this landing. Just the tiniest tap on the landing, but a great vault. Sorry, a great bar routine.
Kind of circling back here quickly before Steinmeier goes, does it have to do with the complexity of what they perform on the vault that goes into the score?
Obviously it does. They have to do a great vault and get the height and the distance and stick that landing. Unfortunately, Sophia didn't really have the height on there, which caused her to land a little short. But it was a pretty decent vault for her. You'll see here again. Didn't get the block she needed, which caused her to be a little short and a little short on that landing.
Sophia Steinmeier will also see her later on in the competition on the floor. Up until then, we're moving back over to the bars. Stephanie Tervort will begin. Looking around at some scores, Roja Thompson scored a 9.875. Phoebe Turner with the 9.8. So far, she leads her team on the vault. A solid effort there from Phoebe Turner, the young talent, and Hopefully that's proving to her coaches little by little, even after a great performance in West Virginia, carrying that over here at home inside of Hilton Coliseum, that she's capable of showing up when it counts.
It's always important to come out here and do your job. I mean, obviously the coaches are putting you out there for a reason, and you've got to prove them that you deserve that spot and to keep you in that spot the rest of the season.
And off goes Stephanie Torvert.
Beautiful clear hit into a huge ginger. They have huge release moves, and you know, they're beautiful on bars. Just a little short on that last handstand. Lining up for her dismount. She does a double layout, pikes it down a little bit, which caused her to step back, but another great bar routine for them.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it's always so exciting to see the different routines, you know, in non-conference competition. And you're seeing a little bit of Southern Utah right now. Megan Sievers now on the vault.
Megan's so powerful on this event. See right there, that was such a great vault for Megan Sievers. She had a little hop backwards, but she is really happy with that vault.
All I saw from that vault was pure power. You're looking at the replay here.
Look at that height she gets off the table, and she just bounces right out of that vault, but a great vault for her.
One we haven't seen so far this evening. Now we're in the 6th spot in the rotation for the uneven bars. Hannah Kipp is next. She awaits the call from the judges. Excuse me, Hannah Nip. After Phoebe Turner's 9.8, over for Utah, Jorgensen scored a 9.75, and Sophia Steinmeier with a 9.65.
Just a little short on that handstand. She was a blind change into another Jaeger. Again, just really short on those handstands. A little fast on that shoot over. Lining up for her dismount. She does a double layout and just a tiny step back, but a great routine.
Yeah, solid routine from Hannah Nip. Another look, another angle at her landing.
Not too big of a step, but a great dismount.
Now we're looking at Kelsey Boychuk on the vault.
She has Yurchenko full. Great height, great form, and just a small step back, but a great vault for Kelsey.
Megan Sievers had a 9.85 on the vault, so she'll lead her team thus far in scoring. We're waiting on a score for Hannah Nip, but it looks like regardless, Utah will come out of this first event on top. We await one more performer for Southern Utah. And she'll go underway right now.
Even though she's just an exhibition on bars, it is always important to go out there and hit this routine because you want to show the coaches that you deserve to be in that lineup. Starts her routine off with a blind full into a Tkachev. Beautiful bail. Again, just a little short on that handstand, lining up for her dismount. Double layout, and with the stuck landing, that was a really good routine.
All right, well, that will conclude the first event. Iowa State with a 48.85 and Utah with a 49.025. We'll be back. You're watching Iowa State Gymnastics on Cyclones.
Jay Ronay, you guys just got done with the vault. Coach Sydney Converse, new to the vault. Tell us about her performance from you today.
You know, she has really not been doing much vault at all in practice. Last week was the first time that she was doing that particular vault on soft mats, and this week was the first time she's done it on hard mats. She's coming back from an Achilles injury that set her out for a long, long time, and you know, so it's a big deal for her. You know, I think she kept her nerves pretty much in check. I think next time out she's going to be even better. You know, this was an opportune time for her right mid-season to come into the lineup because she's a really good vaulter.
And Coach, let me move on to Kelly Martin. Difficult routine. A couple fans behind me were not as happy with the score as probably you were too.
Sure.
But maybe help us understand a little bit more on the difficulty of that routine and why she got that score.
Right. The vault that she does is a Yurchenko layout with a full twist. It starts at a 9.95. So what that means is if she does it perfectly, the highest she can score on it is a 9.95. So with that in mind, she did it very well. You know, the judges do what they do, and sometimes the fans or coaches are not happy with it, but that's okay. You know, the judges have a hard job. Kelly did a great job. That was a really nice vault.
I thought so too, Coach. And then one last time, we'll mention what an awesome crowd this is on Daddy-Daughter Superhero Night.
This is awesome. There really is. I mean, every meet so far this season, the crowd has grown and grown. We've got a gigantic crowd here. It's helping to fuel our athletes, and I think everybody here is enjoying the incredible athletic display that's going on.
Awesome. Cyclones are on the bars next. Plenty more action here on Cyclones.tv, powered by Mediacom. Stay with us.
Utah has the lead after rotation 1, and now we move on. Iowa State will be on the uneven bars, and Southern Utah will be on the vault. Courtney, I want to circle back to your key gymnast for each event. Your key gymnast for the vault was Kelly Martin. She scored a 9.775 after sticking her landing and looked like a promising vault. Kind of talk about what your takeaways were from her showing.
So again, I thought she did an amazing vault. She had a great landing. She had the height. She had the form, and you saw her flare out that vault, and which made her get that perfect landing. But I don't know what the judges saw to take off from that, but I definitely would have scored it a lot higher. I probably would have gave her a 9.9, but you never know.
I don't know if we're able to see a replay, but nonetheless, Kelly Martin had a fantastic landing. And once again, what's most important, regardless of what's on the scoreboard, is her consistency. And she had a great showing last week and once again today. But moving forward now on, putting that behind us, Southern Utah with the current lead, as I mentioned. And your player to watch, your gymnast to watch in the uneven bars is Sydney Converse. Kind of elaborate once again and remind us why we need to keep our eye on her, Courtney.
Sydney hasn't competed bars in a very long time. She was out with an injury last year, and with that injury and coming back, she started doing bars, and she was working so hard to come back on it, and she showed Nielsen why she should be in the lineup.
Well, to start things off on the vaults for Southern Utah will be Carly McLean. Carly McLean had a 9.725. And right now we see Maddie Langkamp on the uneven bars.
She just has her dismount here. She's doing a double layout with a small hop, but a great start for the Cyclones on bars.
Great effort there from Maddie Langkamp. We'll see the replay here of her landing, Courtney. Unbelievable.
Beautiful double layout. Again, just the tiniest hop. The judges might count that as a stick, but a great bar routine for Maddie.
All right, now, as I was mentioning, over on vault, Carly McLean. We had a quick start from Iowa State. We'll keep you updated on Langkamp's score. Eager to find out what the judges give her after that promising potential perfect landing.
She's going to do a Yurchenko full. You see with her, just like as Kelly Martin, she flares out that landing. Unfortunately, she did have a hop on her landing, but a great vault for Southern Utah.
And it looks like Maddie Langkamp will get a 9.8 on her uneven bars. If I'm not mistaken, the judges kind of flashed their cards over our way. Got an early peek before it's made official.
She got a 9.825 is what I could see.
And McLean got a 9.725. MJ Johnson now, the first time we're seeing her this evening on the uneven bars.
She does a blind full into a ganger. Little leg separation on that. Beautiful bail. She has a half and half out dismount. Definitely potential to stick this landing. And she does. Nielsen is so happy with that routine you see in the background, and so is MJ.
Courtney, that was a jaw dropper. Once again, look at the replay from this angle.
Beautiful form on that. What a stuck landing. She is so happy. Just saw the end of that vault there. She did Yurchenko full.
Morgan Alfaro for Southern Utah.
I'm gonna see that replay here. Yurchenko full, just a little flat, a little bit of bent knees, but a good vault for her.
All right, now back over on the uneven bars. Laura Burns will be next in the lineup for Iowa State.
I absolutely love watching Laura on bars. She just flies and makes it happen, and she makes it look so easy. You saw in the last home competition, she scored a 9.925. That was a great score for her. Let's see if she can do that tonight. You're gonna see a huge release move here for her. Beautiful Ray. A little short on that second handstand. A beautiful bail. All she has left is this dismount. She does a double out. If she sticks this, Hilton Coliseum is gonna go wild. Double out, and she does. What a great bar routine for Laura. That's definitely gonna score high for the Cyclones.
We're seeing Stephanie Torbert on the vault.
She has Yurchenko full. Landed with her chest down and had a step back, but another great vault.
Courtney, we're seeing a final score of a 9.825 for MJ Johnson, and same exact score that Langkamp got on her uneven bar routine. What are your takeaways from those final scorings?
Those scores definitely match those bar routines. They definitely deserve those scores.
And we're seeing Laura Burns score. I don't want to make it official on our broadcast until I see it up on the Jumbotron, but it looked like a 9.9. Megan Sievers is next up on the uneven bars, and yes, Laura Burns scored a 9.9.
Megan Sievers also has a beautiful bar routine. Like I said with Laura, she makes this event look so easy. Starts with a hop change into a huge Jaeger, connected into an overshoot. All she has left is her dismount. She does a half and half out. If she sticks this landing, this is going to score really high. And she does. Wow, what a great routine for Megan Sievers. Her teammates and coaches are very happy with that routine.
The Cyclones are on a roll right now on the uneven bars, generating so much momentum.
I'm just getting chills watching them stick dismount after dismount after dismount.
Now on the vault will be Molly Jazwikowski for Southern Utah.
She does a different vault. She goes a suit tuck full.
As we await Megan Sievers' score, Laura Burns with a 9.9 last week in West Virginia. She scored a 9.875 on the uneven bars, and Megan Sievers scored a 9.850. Therefore, so much improvement from what was already a great showing last week, Courtney.
I wouldn't be surprised if they score a high or a low 49 on this event.
A whole lot of 9.7s in that range for Southern Utah on their vault. And Cassie Diaz is next on the uneven bars for Iowa State. And Megan Sievers scored a 9.9 as well, Courtney.
Yes, definitely deserved that score. It's a little short on that first handstand. She goes blind change into a Jaeger. Beautiful. Beautiful handstand. She does a bail. Just a little short. Beautiful last handstand. Winding up for a dismount. She does a double layout. Let's see if she can stick her landing. Just a small step backwards, but a great bar routine for Cassie.
Yeah, she had a lot of fluidity within that. Exciting to watch. We're gonna move on over to the vault. Sorry, we could go back to the replay here.
And you saw that beautiful double out with a small step backwards, but that was a really good bar routine for Cassie.
Rachel Smith gets ready on the vault for the Thunderbirds. She gets to go ahead, and she will soon be underway.
She does a different vault as well. She does a run up onto the springboard and a full twisting back handspring with a tuck off. You'll see that replay here. Definitely different and unique, a lot harder, but she does it really well.
And your gymnast to watch on this event, Courtney, is Sydney Converse, and she prepares for her routine on the uneven bars.
Sydney has come such a long way on this event.
Last week was her debut on the bars since her injury. She scored a 9.85.
She can definitely score that or even top that score tonight. And other beautiful straddle to Kachev. Beautiful bail. Just finger-tipped that toe up to the high bar. All she has left is her dismount. She does a double out. She sticks this. She's going to be so happy. And a great bar routine for Sydney Converse. I just got chills watching that bar routine. That was so good.
We're seeing little by little the Sydney Converse that we got to know so well freshman year come back and just stun everyone in the audience by what she's capable of. Cassie Diaz got a 9.75 on her last bar routine.
And with that beautiful bar routine by Sydney Converse, we would definitely be dropping that score of a 9.75 from Cassie.
And that will conclude this event. We'll be back here with final scores from event number 2. You're watching Iowa State Gymnastics on Cyclones.tv, powered by Mediacom. And that was a quick break. We're already back in action because we have an exhibition gymnast ready to go.
Oh, this is Annie Johnson. She does a great bar routine. She has been working so hard to come out here and compete this event. A huge Tkachev to start out that routine. You see Nielsen very happy in the background. Blind full into a bail. Beautiful. All she has left is this dismount. She does a double out. That was a great save on that handstand. Let's see if she can stick this. Beautiful. And she does. Wow, what a great routine for Annie. I'm so happy for her. You'll see that dismount here again. Beautiful double out, but a perfect landing. I'm so happy. She's been working so hard on this event, and she just showed you why she deserves to be in that lineup.
And you just saw the reaction from her teammates as they all crowded her in Iowa State. will conclude this event. We'll be back here. You're watching Iowa State Gymnastics on Cyclones.
Les Maricia alongside Coach Nielsen. I just told you, if I go touch that bar, I'll probably get my hand burned. You guys were hot on there, Coach.
Cardinal hot. Cardinal hot.
There
Let me
you go.
tell you. Look, the bar team tonight just came through and performed exactly the way we perform in West Virginia. The only thing I can tell you, and I tell them when we go back to the gym, we are legit, and we're gonna keep growing, and we're gonna keep getting better, just like I told you in the beginning of the meet.
That's right, Coach. Let me mention some quick scores. MJ and Laura, 9 9s back to back, Coach. I mean, after Laura and MJ both hit, I mean, all the gals after they all hit the routine, crowd erupted, Coach. That's something you guys have been working on.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, we're not looking for scores. We're looking for performance. We're looking to go out there and do what we do on a daily basis. We're completely ordinary. When we become extraordinary, you're gonna see this team bubble up and belong in that top 10, and that's what we're shooting for.
Perfect, Coach. Now you guys are moving over to the bar, and we're going to see Sydney Converse, somebody who's faced a lot of adversity last year for you guys, an ankle injury, an Achilles injury. Tell us a little bit about the adversity she's overcome and what we're going to see today.
Persistency. You know, you got to be persistent in the things that you believe and love. She loved this sport, and she continue every single day, put 100% when she goes to practice, and it translates in a beautiful performance on bars, and you can expect nothing less but excellence from her on beam.
Well said, Coach. Plenty more action coming here inside Hilton Coliseum. We'll be right back. Cyclones Gymnastics right here, powered by Mediacom.
Thanks for sticking with us as we are amidst the competition for the Cyclones and Thunderbirds. In that last event, Iowa State was able to take a pretty comfortable lead. Courtney, Iowa State now with a 98.1, and Southern Utah with a 97.7. Now we saw 2 consecutive 9.9s from the Cyclones on the bars previously. How incredible was it to see them come out and perform the way they did?
They did an amazing job, and I was so happy to see that bar lineup hit all of their routines and score those scores. They definitely deserved them, and you know, it was a great outcome from that bar's lineup.
All right, we'll begin the action with Sydney Converse on the on the beam.
Sydney is so confident on the beam. I absolutely love watching her on beam. Starts this routine out with a handspring layout, very solid and confident. Beautiful jumps. She has a lot of sass on this routine. Front toss into a beat jump. Beautiful. If you're gonna have somebody start out this event with confidence, Sydney Converse is the one to put up there. She's gonna set this tone for the Cyclones on beam. All she has left is her dismount. She does a cartwheel 1.5 with a stuck landing, and what a great start to this balance beam rotation for the Cyclones.
Now moving on over to the floor, we'll start it out with Karen Gonzalez for Southern Utah.
I was watching Southern Utah on floor when they were warming up, and they have a lot of power on this event. She opens up her routine with a double tuck. Landed a little bit with her chest down on her first landing. She's having a lot of fun with this routine. Teammates in the background doing the routine with her. Setting up for her second pass. There's a front layout, front full. Beautiful landing. One thing that I love about watching floor is that you see the athletes' personalities come out, and it's so much fun to watch. Last pass here, front Rudy. Great start for Southern Utah on the floor exercise.
Great start from both sides of the floor over here. And now Megan Sievers, our all-arounder, will kick it off once again for Iowa State on the beam.
Megan Sievers has so much power, as you saw on vault, and you will see on floor. So she definitely has to tone it down some on this event, which she definitely does. It's a little wobble on that flight series. Cat leap into a side aerial. Beautiful. Switch leap, switch leap. Something different that you see on this event. You don't see many gymnasts do it, but she does it and she makes it look super easy. All she has left there's a dismount, just front full with a step landing.
Great stuff from Megan Sievers.
Let's see that dismount here again. Beautiful form and that step landing.
We're gonna bring it on over to the floor with Molly Jawadkowski. Getting things prepared on the floor for Megan. We've seen Megan a couple times tonight. She had a 9.7 on the bars, excuse me, on the vault for Southern Utah. And her performance will go underway.
When I was watching her in warm-ups, she was struggling a little bit with this first pass. She was doing it a few times, but let's see if she can hit it during this floor routine. Double full into a punch front, very hard to do, but you know, she did it, looked so easy. Beautiful leap series. Sets up for her this second pass. It was 2.5, beautiful. And another great routine for Southern Utah.
That was Molly. Her career high on the floor is a 9.875. We'll see if she could top that. Megan Sievers had a 9.675. And now Cassie Diaz, your key gymnast to watch on this event. Courtney goes underway.
I absolutely love watching Cassie on this event. She goes up there with great confidence. She has beautiful gymnastics. And she has a very sassy personality. She starts with this routine out with the handspring layout. Beautiful. Switch leap into a split jump. Beautiful flexibility. Sets up her dismount. She does a cat leap into a side aerial, into a back roll, and she sticks that dismount. That was a great routine for Cassie.
I couldn't agree more. Great efforts there. We're gonna see the replay here. It's only gonna get better from here on out with the beam performances for Iowa State. Moving on now, Carly McLean. Carly McLean is a huge force on her team. She was named both the floor and all-around event champion in her last showing against Utah State.
She is a very powerful gymnast. Starts her routine out with a huge double pike. It's a very fun floor routine. She's definitely getting into it and enjoying it. Second pass, she goes right off 1.5, punch, front fold, punch, front tug. That is a very hard pass to do, and she does it and makes it look so easy. Beautiful leaps series. Setting up for her last pass. See her teammate in the corner, cheering her on there. Huge double tuck to close out the routine with a great landing. That is definitely going to be a very high scoring routine.
All right, going through the scores, Converse with a 9.7, Gonzalez with a 9.8, Sievers with a 9.67, Jaz Wachowski with a 9.775, Cassandra Diaz with a 9.775, and now we're looking at Molly Russ on the beam.
Starts her routine with a beautiful handspring layout. Molly is another very confident competitor on this event. Switch leap, like you saw from Megan Sievers, making it look very easy. Setting up for her dismount. She has a cat leap, side aerial full. Just had a little hesitation from that side aerial into that back fold, but she pulled it out.
Beautiful effort there from Molly Russ.
And see the replay here of that dismount again. See that side aerial, looked like she was a little off, but she pulled it out for that full.
Caitlin Coe will continue things over on the floor.
And ready now, her routine in floor exercise for the Thunderbirds, Caitlin Coe.
This is a pretty strong event for Utah, trying to reclaim the lead that they once had after the first event.
She opens up her routine with a full in, landed a little short. That was a great first pass. Starts up for her second pass. She'll do a front layout into a front full. Looks like she missed her punch a little bit into that front full, but she pulled it out and had a pretty good landing there. Taking a last few breaths before that final pass here. this routine out for the double pike. Beautiful. Another great routine for Utah.
Back we go to the balance beam, and your Iowa State cyclone.
McLean scored a 9.850. Her career high is a 9.875, so she got pretty close there. Excited to see what Ko comes out with her score, and now we're looking at Semple.
She is beautiful on this event. His beautiful form, as you saw on that perfect handspring layout. Switch lead into a switch half. Just for being a freshman, she is very confident on this event. Beautiful side aerial. All she has left is this dismount. She goes round off 1.5 with the tiniest top, but a great routine for the Cyclones.
The freshmen had a big weekend in West Virginia, and once again, they brought that right here inside of Hilton Coliseum.
So that replay of that dismount, again, another great routine for Meishi.
Gravitate over back towards the floor for Gian Braley. First time we've seen Gian Braley so far for Southern Utah in this meet.
She has a very fun routine, watching her in warm-ups. She opens up her routine with a double pike. Beautiful. See her teammate in the background doing her full routine with her. You see that a lot in college gymnastics. You don't see it much in club. Beautiful leap series. Sets up for the second pass. Little change in music. Beautiful front handspring, front layout, front half. Oh, she has left. This is her last pass. Ooh, it looked like she missed that punch out of that front handspring. Besides that last pass there, that was a good routine for her.
Gian Braley. Molly Russ scored a 9.675, and Meishi Semple scored a 9.775, and Grace Woolfolk.
Grace is such a great competitor on this event. Her lines, her form, everything about her gymnastics is just perfect and beautiful. So graceful on this event. Beautiful flexibility. You can tell she's very focused in right now. Cat leap into a side aerial. Beautiful. You saw a little sigh of relief there on her face as she landed that side aerial, because all she has left is this dismount. If she sticks this, the place is going to go crazy, and it's going to be such a high-scoring routine. Round off 1.5 with a perfect landing. That was a great routine for Grace.
incredible, and she couldn't have had better music to go alongside her with all of the fans out in the crowd dressed like Disney princesses. But you saw the replay there. Grace Woolfolk, the freshman talent that continues to impress. Last week she had a 9.85, so eager to see if she's able to top that this week. And now we'll move it on over to the floor for Hannah Nip for Southern Utah.
So at the end of that routine there by Grace, her teammates came swarming over to her, cheering 10. They really want those judges to see that that routine deserves a high score. Huge double pipe to start out this routine. Setting up for her second pass. Beautiful double tuck. Grace's score comes in as a 9.875. Definitely not the score the team or coaches were looking for. Again, there's not really much we can do once the girls land their routines. It's all in the judges' hands. I don't know what they saw in that routine to take off. That was such a beautiful routine for Grace.
This is a huge showing right now for Nip because Braley had that fall on her last pass with an 8.85, so she needs to be able to do what she needs to do, and she's doing it so far.
And like you said, she needs to step up her game there, and she definitely did. That was a great routine for Southern Utah.
It's time for an exhibition routine for Ariana Orrego.
Now we're going to move it on over back to the beam for the exhibition performer, Ariana Orrego.
Awesome. Ari is also very beautiful on this event. She opens up her routine with a handspring layout. Very solid. There's a front aerial. Into a split jump. I don't think she will get that connection there. She had a little wobble in between. Switch lead into a straddle jump. Beautiful. Setting up for her dismount. She does a round off 1.5. See if she can stick it. And she does. That was a great beam routine for Ari. Her teammates and her coaches are very happy with that routine.
Couldn't agree more.
See that dismount here again. You see that beautiful form, just a little bit of like separation before that landing, but great routine for Ari.
Exciting to say the least. And another exhibition routine. It'll be Madison Loomis, excuse me. Madison Loomis will be on the floor for the exhibition.
This is another fun routine to watch. Very upbeat on the music. Beautiful double pike to open up that routine. Giving her teammates a little wink there. Beautiful flexibility on those leaps. Set up for her next pass. Goes front layout, front half. Beautiful. She's having so much fun out there with this routine. Setting up for her last pass. She closes up this routine with a double tuck. It looked like her arm gave out a little bit on her on that roundoff, but she pulled it out.
And that concludes the third rotation.
And that'll conclude the third rotation. We will be back here shortly to continue on the battle between Southern Utah and Iowa State. The final event is underway. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with scores from the third event. You're watching Iowa State Gymnastics on Cyclones.tv, powered.
That Coach Kristen, it's a little louder the band, but Coach, good routine on the beam.
Yeah, no, I was very pleased with them. You know, we still have a couple wobbles here and there that hopefully just throughout the season we can get rid of and be ready for postseason.
Excellent, Coach. And really quick, just want to talk about Grace. Grace's routine, it was rather graceful, and we continue to see her improve as a freshman. It's really nice to see her on that lineup.
Oh, it's an amazing thing, you know, not only being a freshman, but being in that anchor spot and really forming a great routine at the end of our lineup. I mean, she's like a true champion. We're so proud of the work that she's put in.
And Coach, you guys are passing around, is it a chain, a gold chain?
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
So it's a stick chain, and so every time they stick, they get to wear the stick chain and be proud of their performance.
And then Coach, lastly, you guys are on the floor. Again, this is where we see a lot of personality, score a lot of points here.
Yeah, no, I think the crowd is going to see a lot of personality in our routines and great performances. Floor's been great for us so far the last couple meets, so hopefully we can finish this meet off strong.
Perfect. Plenty more action. Cyclones are on the floor. You're watching Cyclones Gymnastics on Cyclones.tv, powered by Mediacom. Stay with us.
And we're back for the final event between your Iowa State Cyclones and the Southern Utah Thunderbirds. After that third event, Southern Utah had a final floor score of 48.975. Iowa State had a final beam score of 48.85. The final totals, not final, but the totals as of now before we head into the third event is 146.95 for Iowa State and 146.675 for the Thunderbirds. And as we move on to the floor, you have Molly Russ as your key gymnast to watch.
Yep.
Care to elaborate a little bit more, Courtney, as we head in? Iowa State has a steady lead right now, but definitely not a place where they want to let up by any means.
Yeah, so they definitely have a huge lead going into this last event. Floor is definitely one of their strongest events, and if they put their all out onto this floor rotation, they are gonna score that 196 that they're always shooting for. And yes, Molly Russ is my key player to watch on this event. She has a very powerful and strong floor routine. She's a lot of fun to watch on floor.
All right, the floor will start out with Maddie Langkamp. Southern Utah will start out on the beam with Alyssa Ledoux. And we'll start it out with Alyssa Ledoux.
Starting this routine out with the handspring layout. Beautiful and very solid. I was watching them warm up during commercial break, and they look very confident on this event. Beautiful switch leap up. Looked like she was supposed to do a jump out of that, but did not do it, so she will not get that connection. Switch side. Usually when something happens like that, the judge or the coach will give them a little cue to throw another skill that they've been practicing into that routine. Beautiful jumps right there. Ending this routine with a side aerial full. Beautiful. beautiful. Great start for Southern Utah.
See a replay of her dismount here.
See that side aerial into the full.
We're gonna gravitate over towards the floor to start out the last event, Maddie Langkamp.
Floor is definitely a fan favorite here in Hilton Coliseum. The fans love getting into their floor routines. Maddie will open up this routine with a different, unique pass. She goes round off a whip into a double tuck. It's kind of like a round off back handspring double tuck, but she does it back handspring with no hands. You see right there, she did not get the punch she needed. That whip was a little high, but she pulled it out and landed that first pass. Sets up for her second pass. Front line out, front half, split jump, beautiful. Beautifully exterior. Maddie has been doing such a great job on the two events she has been competing so far her freshman season. Last pass, double tuck. Looked like she was a little tired there and landed with her chest down, but it was a great start for the Cyclones. We'll see that last pass here again. Looks like her back handspring was a little crunched.
Ledoux for Southern Utah scored a 9.55 on her beam routine to start it off for the Thunderbirds, and now we'll move on over to Carly McLean on the beam.
We saw her floor routine. She was very powerful on that event, so she definitely has to simmer it down on this event. Setting up for her series. There's handspring layout. Looked like her back foot did not get on the beam the way she would have liked it to. Setting up for her dismount. Goes round off 1.5, just a little bit of leg separation, but a great start, but another great routine for Southern Utah. See that dismount there again, you see that leg separation.
Maddie Langkamp scored a 9.675 on her floor routine. We're gonna move on down the floor lineup to Laura Burns.
Definitely not the start the Cyclones wanted it on floor, but the rest of this lineup does a great job on this event. Laura started competing floor for the Cyclones this season, and she has done a great job since the first competition in Cancun. This is probably one of my favorite floor routines next to Molly's for the Cyclones. Beautiful double pike to open up that routine. Setting up for her second pass. Go for handspring, front full, front pike, beautiful. That controlled landing there. That's something the judges look for. She does a great job with it. Beautiful. Switch side into a shot of full. Something Kirsten has been working on with the athletes is going out there and putting power into their floor routines. Not just the tumbling, but the dance as well. And they are doing a great job with it. And what a great floor routine for Laura. The fans, the team, and the coaches are very happy with that routine. See the replay of that first pass. Beautiful double pike. A little close to out of bounds, but she stayed in.
Moving down the lineup, Hannah Nip is now on the balance beam for the Thunderbirds.
Front aerial, just a little off, which caused her to wobble. Setting up for her flight series, handspring layout. She got beautiful height on that layout. Beautiful full turn. That's a skill that definitely plays mind tricks on these athletes. You know, that you see them flipping on a 4-inch beam, and you would think a full turn would be something super easy, but you know, sometimes they don't really think about it, and they can end up wobbling on it. She does a gainer full for her dismount, and that was a great routine for her.
McLean scored a 9.6 on her last beam routine. Still waiting on a score for Laura Burns. It looks like she scored a 9.675. We're gonna move it down the lineup to Cassie Diaz on the floor.
Coaches seem, oh, nope, they are actually changing her score to a 9.725. The judges were, I mean, the coaches were a little confused of what happened there. This is a fun routine to watch. Her personality comes out in this routine so much. You are about to see so much sass. Her teammates like to call her Sassy Cassie, and you'll see why. Beautiful double, ooh. That was such a high double tug, but held onto her legs too long, caused her to over-rotate. Sets up for her second pass. Goes for handspring, sorry, front layout, front full. Setting up for her last pass here. She finishes with a round-off double pike. And besides that first pass, finishing up that routine really strong for Cassie.
Nip on her last beam performance scored a 9.8, and now we're going to see Karen Gonzalez up ready for the balance beam.
She starts out her routine with her leap series. She goes switch leap into a split jump, into a straddle 3/4. Looked like she was a little off out of that switch leap going into a split jump, so I don't know if the judges are going to give her that connection. They were definitely hard with the Cyclones on their connections, so we'll see what they would do here for Southern Utah. Sets up for her series, handspring layout, beautiful. Beautiful full turn. Setting up for her dismount. Does a cat leap. Oh, sorry, not her dismount. She does just a cat leap front aerial. And now she will be setting up for her dismount. There's a punch front full. Just a little step with that left foot, but a great routine to her.
As Nip raised the scores on the beam for Southern Utah, Gonzalez hopes to do the same. They started out with a 9.55 and a 9.6, so the 9.8 helped. And we're bringing it over to Molly Russ, our key gymnast for the event.
Like I said, Molly has a very powerful floor routine. Just sit back and enjoy this floor routine. It is such a beautiful floor routine to watch. She's going to open up with a double pike, sky high, and a beautiful landing. Showing off her flexibility there. Beautiful leap series. Setting up for the second pass, she does front handspring, front full, front pike, beautiful. Just her last pass here. She does a double tug, sky high. A little squatty on the landing, but let's see what deductions the judges will be taking off for that. But a great routine for Molly.
Previously, Cassie Diaz earned a 9.1.
See that last pass here again. And see that landing, yeah, very squatty. Her knees actually almost touched the ground. Again, it just all depends on what the judges deduct for that.
Shylin Murakami now on the balance beam. Rounding out the lineup here.
That's a very unique mount there. You have to have very flexible shoulders to do that. A beautiful anodi. That is a skill you do not see in college gymnastics. It's a very hard skill to do because you have to flip backwards and turn at the same time. So you lose track of the beam, and then you just got to trust that it's there and get your hands on there. Again, another hard skill. She does a sheep jump, and you lose track of the beam, and then you gotta land back on the beam. Side aerial into a back full. That was a beautiful routine for Southern Utah.
Perfect execution. As close to perfect as you could get there when it matters most. Next will be Sophia Steinmeier on the floor. Molly Russ got a 9.675 on her floor routine. Utah currently if you're counting what's out there right now, currently leads this event.
Soph is going to be doing a new pass after this first one. She has a full in. Beautiful. Something you'll see different with Sophia's floor routine, she only does 2 passes. The other athletes do 3. And here's that new pass right here. She will be doing a front tuck into a double tuck. Beautiful. Doesn't look like a new skill at all. Makes it look very easy. And a great routine for Sophia. She is very happy with that floor routine.
Sophia got the crowd very excited.
You see that second pass there again. Beautiful. It does not look new at all. She makes it look so easy.
Southern Utah takes the lead of the meet right now. And we'll see Autumn Jorgensen round out the 6-man lineup for Southern Utah.
It's always stressful going up there as the last athlete closing up an event because you have a few scores in there that you definitely want to drop. So you got to go up there and do your job and get it done. Let's see if she can do it here tonight. Beautiful leap into a back tuck. Setting up for her dismount. Oh, sorry. On the front tuck.
Looked as powerful as a dismount.
And I believe this is her, another jump series. Callie into a gainer full. And just a hop backwards, but a great finish for Southern Utah.
So Murakami scored a 9.8. We await Jorgensen's score. Awaiting Steinmeier's score. Looks like she might have scored a 9.81. Has yet to be made official. And Megan Sievers will round out the official lineup of competition.
Got the judges on the floor talking about start values. One judge gave her a 10.0 start value, and the other judge gave her a 9.7. She does all of her skills that she needs to do to start at a 10.0. I wonder what that one judge who started her at a 9.7 didn't get in the routine, but the other judge told her what she possibly missed and walked away, and probably gonna fix up that score there for Sophia.
Jorgensen scored a 9.7, so Utah will round out this event with a 48.575. Megan Sievers staying calm, staying collected from Gary, South Dakota. She's the veteran all-around talent for Iowa State. If you want anyone to be your final competitor in a close matchup, it's Megan Sievers. She's consistent She's powerful. She has a great attitude in every event, whether she's cheering on her teammates or she's the one with all eyes on her. And it looks like Sophia Steinmeier scored a 9.5, so we await Megan Sievers for the final score of the official lineup.
Megan has a very powerful routine. This first pass is very difficult. She does a punch, front double pull into a front tuck. Beautiful. Got a little phone call in the middle of her routine. Megan has a very fun floor routine. See, Southern Utah is over here by bars cheering on Megan Sievers. What great sportsmanship. Front handspring, front full, front pike, beautiful. All she has left is this last pass. Punch, front Rudy into a split jump. What a beautiful floor routine from Megan Sievers. And the crowd absolutely loved that floor routine. The teammates run up to her and high five her after that beautiful floor routine. You see that last pass here again. Rudy into a beautiful split jump, sky high.
We await the final score from Megan's.
All right, fans, at this time, I'd like to take a moment to recognize tonight's Mary Ray Soper Award winner. At every Cyclone Gymnastics here in Hilton Coliseum, one gymnast from the team is presented with this special Outstanding Performance Award. It's given in honor of Mary Ray Soper, an Iowa State gymnast from 1984 to 1988, who was tragically killed during the September 11, 2001 attacks on America. Tonight, we honor her legacy with this award. Presenting our award tonight, our Junior Cyclone Club honorary captains, Claire and London. And tonight's Mary Ray Soper Award goes to Iowa State's Grace Woolfolk for her performance on the team. Congratulations, Woolfolk, Mary Ray Soper Award winner. Now recapping the team score, finishing with a final team score of 195.250, the Southern Utah University Thunderbirds. And finishing In first place with the final team score, 195.375, your Iowa State Cyclones. We thank you for your attendance here tonight, everyone. We hope to see you back here at Hilton Coliseum Monday, March 11th, with Iowa State taking on Oklahoma, with the gymnastics meet getting underway at 6:30